Hey everyone, I welcome you all in the another episode from K21 Academy, where we take you in a journey from complete beginner to a certified professional. In this episode, we will look into our introduction to compute. Let's look into the video and don't miss the ending for a special free class.
Okay, so now coming to the compute types that we have in OCI. So we have three types basically. The first one is the bare metal, so in which we will be using the direct hardware access. So the entire hardware will be given to us, and that will be dedicated to only our tenancy. So here we see we have the single tenant server, and we don't have any virtual machine. So that's a physical server that will be getting. So that we call it as bare metal. But so next we have virtual machine. So in that we have multi-tenant mode. So a physical server will be created. On top of that, we have the hypervisor. So likewise, we have created in our virtual box. I created three virtual machines. So Oracle will do. We will we when we create the instance. So we will be actually creating this virtual machine. So it can happen that other virtual machine will always be there. It can be there, and we will be using the same bare metal servers. Okay, so it's a multi-tenant virtual machine. Okay, multiple customers can use that model. So, but if we want that, we want entirely dedicated virtual machines. So in that case, we can go for dedicated VM hosts. Okay, so in that, so we will see that that's a single tenant model. The only difference between this bare metal and we dedicated VM host is that, so in bare metal, we will be getting the physical server, but in the virtual machines, in dedicated virtual machine, we will be getting the virtual machines with hypervisors. Okay, so if you have like a load intensive workloads, like very performance intensive tasks you need to perform, in that case you can go for the bare metals. But if you want that I need virtualizations also, so in that case you can go for dedicated VM hosts. The features that we get in VMs, because when we enable the virtualization we get many other features like scalings and all, correct? So those we will not be getting in bare metals. And basically this virtual machine is we have this cost estimator. You Google cost. Okay, so this is the cost estimator. So here you can see all the services that are available in our OCI. Okay, so you can select the currency. For example, here I can select Indian rupee or USD. Okay, so now if I want to see what will be my cost if I create a virtual machine. So I click on load. So here I need to select the processor. Okay, and the shape. Okay, so so here you can see the monthly estimated cost is this one. Okay, and also for example, if you have already created the instances, okay, so for that, what you can do, you can go to this navigator, click on billing and cost management. Okay, and then under cost management, go to cost analysis. Okay, so here we can see the costing of all our services like compute service, block storage, and all others. So sometimes it can happen that the cost is not available. For example, currently it says that zero uh, SGD, Singapore dollars. Okay, so but it can happen that the instance is there. The reason it is because it's a rounded value. Okay, so when we create the instance there, we will be able to see the price of that. But suppose if the price is very low, like 0.0001, so in that case, so it will not, you will not be able to see it here. Correct? If the cost is minimum or like very low, so you can select show cost, or you can also select the usage. And down below, you will see the bifurcation of all the services. So it will take some time. Okay, so here we can see that we don't have any users as of now, data to be shown. Okay, so now you are able to see. Okay, so for block storage, so this is the usage. Okay, and for compute here we can see. Okay, so likewise, so you select the filters here. You can also group it using these values. Okay, then click on apply and you will be able to see the results like in this format. So this is the one way. The second is the cost and usage report. So this basically creates a CSV file for you. Okay, so it says that cost and user reports are CSV files generated daily. Okay, so see now we can see that we have these many files which have been created. So you can download it and you will be able to see which all operation have been done. Okay, which services have been used in that. So these two things you can use for cost estimations. But if you're not created any instance, but you just want to see what will be my cost. Okay, so for that you have this cost estimator. So this is the screenshot how we create the instance. So here we have given a name, we have selected the compartment, then we selected the placement. So placement because here we use the availability domain concept as well. So we can choose the availability domain. We can create that instance in particular domain. And there are like few other options, security and other things that will be discussed. Okay, so when to use bare metal? So as we have seen that in case you have like strict regulatory requirement, or if you are dealing with the heavy workloads, so in that you will be using the bare metals. Okay, so these are the use cases: performance intensive, in which the workloads are not virtualized. Okay, and then if the workloads require some specific hypervisors, so there are like few things they need virtualizations, like in some AI related applications, correct? So virtual machines in that we know because we have hypervisor in picture, and OCI comes with the type 2 hypervisor, which is KVM. Okay, so that will be used on this bare metal. We will be having the hypervisors. On top of that, we will be creating our own virtual machines. And here we have the multi-tenant mode. Okay, so dedicated VMs. So again, the concept is same, but only thing is that we are getting the dedicated virtual machine hosts. Okay, so now we will talk about what is memory, CPU, and storage. So in OCI world, we will first start with shapes. Okay, what is shape? Shape includes CPU, which is our processing unit, the memory, we call it as just like a RAM, okay, and then the storage, just like our hard disk. For example, if I have one my Core i7 processor, okay, with Intel, I use one of the RAM like 16 GB or 32 GB or 8 GB. Then I could buy one hard disk, or this is the hard disk, and we can also buy SSD, which is the newer uh, terminology we are using. We can use the solid state drives, and also definitely because we will be dealing with the network, so we need the network interface card, okay, to connect with the internet. So this is the Ethernet card that we'll be using. So what we will be doing, we will be putting all this together into one CPU cabinet, correct? So I have all these resources or the hardwares. What I will do, I will create a cabinet for that. Or in simple terminology, we call this as a CPU, correct? In our day-to-day life. So now, if you notice, like I have installed all the things. I have taken the motherboard. I've installed all the components in that. So my cabinet is ready. So now can I use it? So when you call compute instance, so we have went to the OCI concept. Okay, but in normal day-to-day life, so we have just created a cabinet. Okay, we installed RAM, installed the processor, we installed the hard disks and the network interface card, correct? And also sometime we also, if you are a gamer, okay, you can also install what? There is another component, we call it as graphics card. So basically Intel nowadays are coming with integrated graphic card. Okay, so we call it as IGPU, integrated graphical processing unit. So that is used for like normal day-to-day activities, so which is not that graphic intensive. So simple video editing and all. But if I want to run a very heavy game, or if I want to edit 4K or maybe 8K videos, for that what I need a graphical processing unit separately, because that those are the graphic intensive tasks. And also, if someone is into this AI and ML, they definitely need those GPUs to perform their tasks. So what here we are missing, because I'm just a normal user, my normal day-to-day task is just to use Excel, PowerPoint. So I've created the cabinet. So I've installed the RAM, processor, hard disks, and all other things. But still, one thing is missing, which is, so we are missing the operating unit, operating system. Okay, so now after having the cabinet, my decision can be if I want to go with Windows. So I will install Windows operating system. I can go with Linux, Ubuntu, Red Hat, or any other. I can even go with the if I don't want to, like if I have a separate Mac. So in that case, we have the Mac OS, correct? So these are the operating system that we have in our OCI. We can go with the Linux, Ubuntu, Red Hat, CentOS, Windows, and Alma Linux and Rocky Linux as well. Okay, so now both of them together we call it as in terms of OCI we call it as compute instance. This one is the shape and this one is the image. Okay, so all of them, these are like the Linux flavors. So Windows is the Microsoft version of the operating system, and this is the Microsoft Server Edition.
Hey, thank you so much for staying with us till the end of the video. I have something special to share. If you loved our content today, then you are absolutely going to adore what's coming next. We have a free class, and the best part is it's available for everyone. This class goes in depth into the topics we touched on today, offering you detailed insight, a comprehensive explanation, and some exclusive content that wasn't covered in the video. All you have to do is just click on the link in the description below and you will be redirected to a page like this. Or if you are just starting out, just type k21academy.com/OCI02. Now all the information inside the video that we will be covering is listed here. And for the classes, this is how you can register. All you have to do is just select the event date, enter your name, enter your email ID, enter your phone number, and then click on register now. Then you will be redirected to this page. In this class, you will be learning these points, and I promise that this is something you don't want to miss. So go ahead and click on the link and step into the fold that where learning knows no boundaries. Till then, keep enjoying. I will see you in the next video.